Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Articulation Association. We got the whole crew back. Woo! Fucking win.
That damn time.
Yeah.
My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard.
Before we get started, make sure you like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out all the crap that we got in the bio. I think we're going to be running a giveaway here soon, so check back or check with Instagram or Facebook or one of them. We'll post it somewhere. I don't know if it'll be here. But with me, I got Mexican Reviews, I got AGC Comics, The Toy Dude, and House of Geekery. Fellas, how we doing?
I'm just happy to see all your faces.
Aw. It was like a little lull, and I'm like, oh, these fuckers.
Pregnant pause.
So it was funny. My mom, she texted me this weekend. She's like, hey, what's YouTube channel are you doing anymore? Like, I got someone that really likes action figures and all that. And then I wrote to her and I was like, oh shit, do not send this to a kid at all. Their parents are going to hate you. No. I was like, oh shit. But luckily it wasn't for a kid.
They're like, there's this one guy with a red beard. He says some really weird stuff, man. And he keeps wanting sandwiches.
What's he doing with onion rings?
Who the fuck are y'all talking about?
Oh my god.
Oh, you're talking about me? Liars.
But
anyway,
our topic of the night is going to be about Haslab. We finally got a cool bitchin'. Well, not finally, but
I'm about to say, finally, we've got some cool ones. This one's the one that's succeeding.
Yeah, and the finally was headed to the G.I. Joe 6-inch scale. It's a freaking awesome Haslab, and I mean, Aaron, go ahead, talk about it. This is your John, so.
Dude, this thing's got funded so quick within the first, I think, 10 hours, actually. This is the fastest funded HasLab that's happened so far. We're already on tier 3 unlocked. We got one more tier to go at 16,000. So I'm not sure what it's going to be. They teased something earlier with Cobra Commanders.
Cobra Commander, yeah.
But I think it's going to be an armored Cobra Commander, including because they made the articulated tow hitch on the back of the vehicle, so that's for something. There's got to be something. So I think it's going to be the asp that comes with it, plus another figure, which would be Cobra Commander. I'm hoping anyway. I don't know. But even if it's just the missile system, I'm cool with that too.
So what's been unlocked so far in the first few tiers?
So let's see here. The first tier unlocked was the side-mounted missiles.
Okay.
You got 2 of those, one for each side, and they're articulated too. They extend out. Then the second tier, which is this dumbest of all, but whatever, you got some retro track plates that cover the tracks on the side, the retro version of those, and then you got the canopy, whatever the hell, the glass thing that opens up, and they got a retro clear version of that, which was awful. But then tier 3, though, they came back and blew us away with some more guns to attach and a female hiss driver. Yeah, a female. I don't know if she's a driver. Let me see what she's
Gunner.
Gunner, yeah, hiss gunner. A female hiss gunner. And she also comes with more stuff than the actual hiss driver. She comes with the same weapons, but plus looks like an axe and a shovel. But pretty badass. Plus, another thing is they had this early bird thing where if it gets back by July 6th or 8th, I think it was the 8th, if it gets fully funded at least at 8,000 backers, which is what fully funds it, if they hit that goal before the 8th, they threw in a tactician driver. Well, obviously, we hit the goal within the first 10 hours. So we get a tactician driver as well with this, and we get to vote on the color scheme after August 15th or 16th. Once the campaign ends, we get to vote on the color scheme. So, man, this is like my favorite HasLab out of all of them. I mean, Galactus was awesome. I love Galactus.
The color scheme now. That looks cool. The color scheme now.
I was about to say, I'm looking at it right now, and dude, that gray and like it looks like almost like indie red. That thing is sick.
Are you talking about the color scheme of the tank or of the figure?
The figure, the
figure. I thought you were talking about the tank. Sorry.
No. The tactician driver. Tactician driver. We get to vote on the color of that. We get to choose between 6 colors.
Oh yeah. Check back and see him now.
That's cool, man. I mean, dude, this thing
What are the features of the tank? What are the features of just the tank?
Man, I mean, it's a bunch of. I mean, I don't really care for it, honestly, but you got some LED light up features, and the thing's got. I don't know, I have to look at it all again. I really didn't pay attention to it that much because I'm more interested in the figures.
It looks like it's got like a laser Cobra,
the insignia on the ground.
Yeah, like an insignia. That thing is sick.
So it looks like we got. I mean, so I know it did the tracks on it move. That they're fully functional. Everything is articulated, fully functional on this thing. You got the lights in the cockpit. You got lights in the back where you have the weapons rack. You have the articulated tow hitch, which, like I said before, is they put that there for a reason, and I think that's going to be a part of this Tier 4 unlock. One of the cool things is like the light. Yeah, like you're talking about the Cobra symbol that shines on the ground in front of it. Man, that's badass too.
That's sick.
But this thing is massive. A 6-inch scale vehicle is massive.
So what's cool is, go ahead.
I've seen some comparisons with like the original 3 3/4 scale, and it's fucking huge, man.
Massive.
Man, this thing for $300. People are complaining about the price, and I could see that because you have some other Hasbro vehicles. I mean, they're cheap though, but they're in like the $50 to $70 range. I mean, I get all that, but this thing
3 3/4 scale.
Yeah, exactly. This thing right here, I don't care. I love it. I'm excited about it. It's like the best, in my opinion, it's the best Haslab project so far. Galactus was awesome, don't get me wrong. I'm a Marvel fan for sure, but man, G.I. Joe is my thing too. Like Motu and G.I. Joe is my company.
Now, the Galactus that people pre-ordered, that was last year, right? Those haven't shipped yet, have they?
No. Only the Sentinels have done for Marvel side.
And see, Galactus got an extra tier added on at the end of it too. Once it was back, they threw on I think a 5th tier, I believe, but it got fully funded too. But it didn't really pick up steam.
It didn't get fully funded until like the last 6 hours.
Then it picked up steam and then went beyond that. So I think it's this one right here though. Within the first 10 hours, dude. Right now we're at. Let's see here where we're at. We're over 14,000. 670. Yep.
Well, the cool thing is I saw a big Marvel group that these guys are buying them out because they're turning them into Hydra tanks.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so I know a bunch of Marvel guys that are just buying 5 of these things.
So that's the limit, right? It's 5 per customer?
Yeah. It's well worth it, man, because you could take your, let's say if I wanted to do that and I want to army build some of these figures, which is a pretty big invest, or money wise, it's a lot of money to army build with these figures, but you can take the tanks themselves and flip them and you can make your money back for all of them and then some, plus have your figures. This thing is going to be worth 3 times what it costs. I already know it is.
They usually are. Haslab projects usually go up quite substantially.
So, and that's what I was going to bring that up because it's like, you know, we saw with the, what was the first Haslab? The
Sail Barge.
Yeah. You know, that one, people didn't really jump on like they have with these other projects. And like that thing is, I mean, we're looking at the one night market, they're like $2,000, $3,000.
What are we talking about here? Which one was the first one?
That thing is huge.
Sail Barge.
That thing is huge, though.
Yeah,
it's super massive.
Yeah,
and it's vintage collection, but it is massive.
And
they're going for $2,000
at minimum. And you know, so that one picked up, and then was the second one the Sentinel or the Razor Crest?
Razor Crest, I think. No, Sentinel. Wait.
Oh no, we had Unicron.
Yeah, that was Yeah,
and,
you're right.
And that one was very, you know, niche with, you know, Transformers. So, you know, no one went crazy over that one. But then obviously Sentinel, you know, and we got to witness the Sentinel FOMO, you know, with all these guys that didn't back it. They don't want to wait. They don't want to put money on something and wait for a year.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking to collectors that, obviously a 6-inch and not putting the money towards something like this. This is Hot Toys money, so but like the Sentinel, I mean, this thing is crazy. It's like for Marvel guys, this was the must-have at that time.
What was the MSRP on the Sentinel?
It was $350.
$350, and then Galactus was $400.
I think Galactus was $5.
Was he? I think he was $400
because he was taller than Sentinel.
I still think he was $400.
Yeah, I don't think he was $5. I don't think he reached $5 because we had a buddy who was going to buy him. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I don't think he went to. But see, the funny thing is the Sentinel. So the Sentinel was $350, and this same guy that we know was willing to pay like $600 to $900. I mean, we were at a con together, and he was ready to drop $900 on this thing. I was like, $900 on a Sentinel, like.
Saw one in Dallas for $600. I was really considering it, but I'm good.
But see, then we talk about the Galactus, and like it literally got down to the last couple hours where it almost didn't get funded, and it settled at 31,000. So that many people, because people didn't want to jump on it if it didn't get funded, and then it did. It was just all hell break loose.
Didn't they announce that fifth extra tier to get that momentum to push?
Did it have an extra tier after the fourth one to make it that?
They did.
I don't know. Did they have a fifth one? Because all I'm seeing.
I'm looking at tier 4. Yeah, it doesn't say anything past that.
Or was it Sentinel that had the fifth one? One of them had.
They added the fifth one because they gave us the other tentacle, which they should have done in the beginning.
Okay, so maybe it
only came with one.
So I think it was a Sentinel that I'm talking about, the fifth tier then.
Yeah, because the 4 they got the 3, whatever you.
One head, 3 faces.
Man, if I were y'all though, I would back this thing, even though if you're not a G.I. Joe fan. I mean, talking about flippers and scummy whatever. I don't care what people think, man. It's our money. We can do whatever we want with it. If I were you guys, I would get one just to sell it after the fact, because I'm telling you, you're going to see these guys in these toy groups looking for fucking his tank for a good price.
Well, I mean, what really sucks is playing the game of these guys. Like, say I want to get into G.I. Joes in 2 months. Obviously, I miss this,
Yeah.
and then you're playing. Those are the guys that are buying the Sentinels at $700. That's why this price is staying the same. It's not moving.
I mean, this tank will be, it'll hurt your wallet. You're going to have a harder time finding some of the fucking figures that have come out in this thing.
100%.
That is ridiculous.
I had to choose between Motu and G.I. Joe, to start collecting, and I chose Motu but now looking at some of the awesome figures, I mean.
And the only way to get these figures is with this, and that's it.
Yeah.
My best man, he's a gigantic Joe fan, like retro 80s stuff, and his collection for all the vehicles is insane, and he's not getting this because of how shitty the distribution for the figures have been handled.
That's true.
The whole line, with the whole classified line.
It got better for a little bit at Target. Because when this first started, it was a shit show. People would go clear the shelves you would get 3 Vipers at Target on the shelves. People would clear them out and then flip them for $150, $200. I mean, it was a shit show at first. And then after about a year, distribution got a little bit better and Target had stuff on the shelves. But then after this last wave of pre-orders, like I'm still waiting on shit that I ordered a year ago on Target. So it got bad again. And then Hasbro's blaming the virus and the shipping bullshit at the ports. That shit's done and gone, man. And it's gotten better. If McFarlane can push out his figures and keep shit stocked in stores, Hasbro can. So I don't understand what the problem is with the G.I. Joe shit. I don't get it.
Hell, their biggest competitors is knocking out He-Mans every other month. So,
right.
But I'm still gonna stay in. I'm not gonna jump ship like all these other guys, because once you have these things, and the figures are awesome. They look good. So much detail. The colors look great. So I mean, I get the complaints, but I'm not a big crybaby like that. I'm gonna just throw in the towel because I don't get my way. I can fucking wait for it, man. It'll eventually come. Who cares? I've never once paid over retail for a fucking GI Joe figure, not once. And all the hard ones that were hard to get at first, I have them all. So
Nice.
The only Haslab that I'm kicking myself in the ass for not getting was that Spangler Proton pack.
yeah.
Dude,
I
that's
got it coming. I'm excited.
But did you get it?
I did. They just put some updates out on about it the other day about being able to activate it with the wand, because you get the Neutrino wand, and it's got a hose that was one of the tiers for it, and you hook it up to the wand, and instead of having to like have somebody switch the pack on all the time, you can just turn it on with the wand.
That's cool.
Yeah, but there was some other stuff that they updated on Ghostbuster Day a couple weeks ago. But
Does it come with a trap and Slimer? You get
I would hope that Hasbro would put out like a trap or something, because they've got the Neutrino wand, and they could do something similar like that for like $100, and they could make it really nice. So
yeah, because the Neutrino one is what, like 125, 120,
Yeah.
125.
Yeah.
But they was one of the tiers that was still the like you can add like slime, or they have like these attachments that look like slime, right? On
So
the
it was like if you were a premium member and you backed within the first like so many hours, you got the green slime, and then one of the other tiers was like Stay Puffs tier, and it comes with like some charred Stay Puffs, and then like the same kind of material, but it's white, supposed to be like
so like the pack looks like it's covered in the puff. That's sick. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then they got the last tier was a stand, so that's cool. And then it's gonna be great. It coming next year. It's either gonna be November or
I think they said like spring 2023.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So
well, Alex, you could get a couple of these, man, and flip them for $1,000 and then buy you one. I mean,
dude. So I originally, when it came out, I was like, that's cool, but it's a lot of money. And then my wife, we saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I told her, I was like, they're actually making a replica for the Proton pack, and I told her, I was like, it's a lot of money, and she loved the movie so much, like, you should get it. I was like, I should get it. And then I went on, and it had already funded, so I'm like, damn it. It's like,
I had a similar conversation with my wife, and I'm like, hey, they're doing this thing, and she's like, you get it? I was like, should I? And she's like, why not? And I was like, all right. So right now, Aaron's sitting on his tank, and I'm sitting on this Reba Saber. It's not looking good,
right?
Nope.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
It's 26% funded, and it's got 4 days left. So,
well, since we're talking about this, let's talk about the failed Rancor.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know why people didn't like it. I thought it was cool. I didn't put my money where my mouth is. I didn't back it, but at the same time, I thought it was cool.
The biggest complaint was the bones, the plastic bones, and the color. I'm in that whiny ass Hasbro group. People bitch about them damn bones that came with it, man. I'll make fun of those people.
It was short, under what, 500 or a little bit 500. It shows here.
Yeah. So
Target.
I've seen a lot of people talk, especially right now because of the Saber, and they're talking about both of them back to back, and I kind of get it that they try to backtrack with the tiers, but this figure alone should be worth the money by itself, like the set or the tank. That should be it. All the tiers should be extra.
Yes.
And it was like that figure when it came out. We've seen better custom ones than that figure itself. Like the paint was weird. Like and I get that they tried to really do it justice because it was a Black Series. It was a vintage collection, so this is massive. This is a big ass figure.
42 inches.
What was the price on the Rancor?
$300.
I think this was big. Like this is a lot.
$350. Yeah.
Was I thought it was more than that too, because it got like really ripped for the price.
See, it's confusing because like some of these pictures, I was like, dude, this thing looks cool, and then there are other pictures where it looks really glossy that I'm just like, I don't like that.
The paint looks dumb. The paint didn't look good on it, in my opinion, but also just the tiers that it came with were lackluster. That was another big complaint was the tiers that came with it to unlock. It was
it came with like a bunch of bones as one of the tiers.
And people threw enough fit to where they got an extra figure thrown in. I can't remember what figure that was, but they threw enough fit because of...
Well, it was the Gamorrean Guard, the bones, the Salacious Crumb,
yes,
and then Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
And then, so... Why it didn't come with the handler? I can't remember his name right now. That would have been perfect.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was, and which is an understandable reason to complain. It should have came with the handler. And I think it would have been funded if it would have. Honestly,
it only missed by 500. Yeah.
So right now, if this came out and they had it was that and Machete, freaking riding that thing.
Oh my god.
Well, I think now that Book of Boba came out and you got to see him in action again, I think it would back now.
Yeah. And it sucks because this was the first Black Series one. Like everyone's really been pushing because they did the Vintage Collection, Razor Crest.
That's cool.
And
that was my FOMO. I should have fucking backed that, man.
The Mandalorian Rancor, do you think it would sell rather than this original?
I think if they would have done it with a figure to start with, and that at a $300 price point, I think it was sold.
Yeah,
because the other thing is this is a figure that obviously people would like to have in their collection, but it's not like a must for these collection pieces. Like Sentinel or Galactus, like those are must-have pieces. For your collection. This is like it's cool, but collections aren't built around that scene.
Yeah, I mean it's if they did release a Mandalorian one of the tiers would have to be the mask. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
that thing was sick.
The thing is that they've got a tradition of doing ships for Star Wars. They did the barge, they did the Razor Crest, and sitting here like, why haven't they done an X-wing yet? Give me a Black Series X-wing to go with the damn Black Series TIE Fighter that, and I want an original trilogy, not, sequel trilogy. So it's like, where is that? Give me that. I'll back it in a heartbeat.
That's fair. Dude, this Galactus came with a bunch of stuff. My gosh.
At first it didn't. I mean, it took a while to gain momentum too to get some of those unlocks revealed. And when they first revealed a couple of them, they were like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, it didn't make sense. 3 face swaps, like 3 figures. I mean, my gosh,
the face swaps are awesome.
Yeah. Well, the thing about with the Saber right now is they've already said they're not doing tiers or anything.
What?
Kind of like,
no
tiers. Yeah.
No tiers. What could they do?
I don't know. Yeah. Like they could do some like it'd be cool if they get one of the things with the Revan Saber is that it's got a crystal chamber that goes in the inside. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. In the show, kind of slight spoiler, it comes apart. That'd be cool if they could figure out some kind of coupler that could put it together and take it apart easy, some kind of quick connect thing. But I don't know. Other than that, I don't know.
Or a carded Reva figure.
That'd be dope too. Yeah, that'd be really dope.
Dude, I'm shocked that nobody's backing this just because, dude, the Saber in the show was awesome.
Yeah.
Like that scene that, spoiler, but that scene where Darth is literally slowing down her saber, dude, I still get goosebumps. I think I've watched that episode like 3 times.
Hey, so Mark, at Galaxy's Edge, how much do sabers usually go for?
It just depends. Right, like just a regular hill, it's like 350. Or I'm sorry, 350, 150.
Okay, so it says something that resembles something close to this one here. What would you think it would cost at Galaxy's Edge?
Right now, well, you can buy the Saber hilt. It doesn't come with a blade, so you have to throw that in there too, which is another $50 to $60. So that's $200. Right now, they've got at Batu East, which is in Florida, they've got the Ahsoka box set that comes with her 2 sabers from Rebels.
I know, it's beautiful.
It is, and it's $400 with no blades.
Jeez.
I would pay that though.
Yeah, I would too. But the difference with this is that the Hasbro sabers are leaps and bounds better than the Disney sabers.
Are they?
Like leaps and bounds better. Like the electronics inside it are like they're louder. They've got more LEDs in the blade, so it looks smoother when it ignites. It's got more features when it's got more buttons you can push on it, so it does different sound effects and stuff like that. The Revan saber, you can switch between red and purple. I think you can do that with the Ahsoka saber too. You can switch between blue and green. Like, there's just so much shit that you can do with the Hasbro sabers that you cannot do with the Disney sabers, and that's what I keep trying to tell people is that Hasbro sabers right now cost $250, and this is 2 Hasbro sabers.
Fair enough.
So it's like it's $500. You're getting a saber that's fucking awesome. They've never done anything like this before. They've got the Maul saber, but this is different than that even. So it's like it's worth the money, the $500 price point. It's 2 Hasbro sabers.
I thought the Disney sabers were better quality. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah,
I've never been though, so I don't know.
I've got the Cal Kestis downstairs, and it's very awesome. But if it was a Hasbro saber, it'd be that much more awesome. So, not to say, I mean, if you're going to Disney and you want to get one of those sabers, they're great. I'm not shitting on them because they've got some hilts that Hasbro don't. But you got to buy the hilt, and then you got to buy the blade, and then the electronics aren't as good, and there's not as many features in it as Hasbro. So
basically, what Disney said is they saw these Star Wars fans, and they're like, "Hey, have you guys seen Build-A-Bear? So we're gonna do this, but for adult saber."
But yeah. At this point, though, I'm kind of accepted the fact that it's probably not going to get back unless something crazy happens in the next 4 days. It's in at 1,300 right now, and it's got to get to 5,000. Yeah,
it went down.
Yeah, well, it's been going up in a few days. Like it hit 300, and then it went down when the His Tank came out. It went down like below 1,300. And now it's back up to, close to 1,325. So it's been going up very slowly the past, week, but we'll see.
Because even if it funds at 5,000, dude, this thing's going to be relatively rare. I mean,
yeah,
you only have 5,000 of those sabers out there.
That's another way to look at it too. You're right,
dude.
Yeah, I want it. If it doesn't get back, I've got an Ultra Saber that I got years ago that I'm going to send off to get converted into a NeoPixel Saber, and it's going to be cool. So either way, I'm getting a Saber out of this deal.
Fair enough.
So we've gotten 2 G.I. Joes, we got 2 Transformer, 2 Marvel, and 2 successful Star Wars and 2 failed. Well, not yet, but 1 failed and 1 potential.
There's also here card.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was like Hero Quest game system.
Yeah, and then the Pro 10 pick.
Yeah. So I'm fingers crossed that we get Power Rangers 1. I really want a freaking Megazord.
That'd be dope. Or like all the weapons that connect.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That freaking. Oh man, that'd be so freaking cool. But
yeah.
The way they're pricing these right now, I don't even want to know the price of what that would be though.
Yeah.
Because like that sword was what, $250? Billy's weapons.
No, it was 25, but then
hey, I tried. I held on to that one as long as I could. But then Billy's was like 200, so geez, I couldn't imagine what that would cost. But it would be the coolest freaking thing ever.
Yeah, it would.
Would you back it?
Heartbeat.
The price, man. I would, because like Kimberly's bow in general, like I couldn't. what do you even price that at?
That'd be sick to have that. Honestly, now
'Cause
that I
you
think about
You
it,
got the bow. You got the unless they didn't include like the power sword or Billy's. I don't even know what to call it. What they're
The
called.
staff.
Well, he's got what those little.
Are they size though? Well,
Yeah,
no.
so-
Trini's got the size.
Oh my god, we're gonna run out of time. Me looking for it.
And then the X.
to
Yeah.
be continued.
Yeah, then the axe. I mean, it would be. Give me a Megazord. Give me the. I mean, it could be the Tiger, Dragon, and Megazord. All three, $600. I'm good with it.
It'd be $1,000, dude.
I was about to say, I was like, dude, if they give you like tiers, and let's say it's like $600-$700, but then if you unlock the tiers, it's gonna be like, okay, one's just the Megazord, then the second one's gonna be the Dragon Zord that you can combine with the Megazord, and the third one is what's that last dinosaur? What's that one fuck? He only came out like 2 episodes. Like,
oh yeah, the
one where he literally
fucking
they sat
Nessie.
down. Dude, I remember watching that. It's like, dude, that dinosaur, like, what happened to that dinosaur? Like, there was one, it was just an attachment. It came out on 2 fucking episodes and just made it into this ultra tank.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The other one would be cool. Would be the movie Zord. I don't see it, but yeah, that would be because I had that one. That was my favorite one as a kid.
Power Rangers
freaking
movie gets no love,
You
man.
put the Falcon on the back.
Yeah, the Falcon, dude. Oh my god, dude, I loved it. I loved it. Oh my god.
Just think about
Just watched it the other night.
think about this. They're doing this the new Power Rangers stuff. Supposedly Netflix has picked up some series, and if that is the case, imagine what Sideshow. Imagine what Hot Toys could do with, or 3-0 could do with these new Power Rangers figures, man. Just imagine that.
This is what they're doing right now.
Conversation for another time.
Yeah. But with that, go follow these guys. Thank you for watching. Go link freaking bio, like, subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.
Make me a sandwich. Bye.